Bill Cosby blames the gun in Trayvon Martin's case. What? When you carry a gun, you mean to harm somebody. Kill somebody, Cosby said. Come on, man. Seriously, people, guns are used by law-abiding citizens 2.5 million times a year, about 6,850 times a day, to defend themselves and their families against criminals. And you don't see that stat broadcasted by these anti-gun nuts. Citizens shoot and kill at least twice as many criminals as police do every year, and only 2% of the civilian shootings involved an innocent person mistakenly identified as a criminal. Whereas the police, the professional gunslingers, error rate is 11%, more than 5 times as high. And you don't see that stat broadcasted by these anti-gun nuts. Nor don't see anyone trying to ban police from carrying guns. How about vehicular homicide? Deaths caused by drunk drivers. Want to ban cars, alcohol, cell phones with texting? Come on, people, we gotta keep this real. When I was a child, we would carry guns and gun racks to school, and you know what? No one got shot. Why? Because we wasn't on all these antidepressant drugs, for one thing. Look at all the drugs they're doping our youth up with on a mass scale. Prozac, Zoloft, Paxil, Ritalin, Xanax, on and on and on and on and on. And what's happened since the introduction of all of these drugs to our children? Just to name a few. These big farm turds have got a pill for every day of the week, for everything and anything that you can think of. Restless leg syndrome. Come on, man. If I were to take a pill for everything that these turds say I should, I'd be taking hands full a day. Low energy, take a pill. High energy, take a pill. Tapping a beat out with your feet, take a pill. And my all-time favorite, find something boring and you have ADD, take a pill. Come on, man. Seriously, I know some of you think that you suffer from ADD or your children suffer from this disorder, but try this on for the sure answer. Find something that you or your child is very, very interested in and see if you lose attention in that activity. I myself was diagnosed with hyperactivity in the late 70s, in which they prescribed Ritalin. And my parents immediately took me off of it because of its effects. Yeah, how these Einsteins reached this conclusion was that I was taking an SRA test and was just bored out of my mind. I'm a kid stuck at a desk with all this pent-up energy. What was I thinking? So I just filled in the answers to get it done so I could go outside and play. Take a pill. Now kids today who are diagnosed with this disorder sure can learn complex gaming and remember and recite every aspect of their favorite game, cartoon show, etc. Why? Because it's interesting to them. Now you start talking about political science or something like that, they're not interested. Take a pill. Just look at the big farms' profit increases every year. When did this number skyrocket? When they started giving every Tom, Dick, and Harry a pill for anything and everything that they could come up with. When did all these children start killing all these people in the schools and their favorite aunts and all of that? When they started giving every Tom, Dick, and Harry a pill for anything and everything that they could come up with. We have got to stop listening to these wanks telling us that something's wrong with us so that they can profit off of it. If something's boring your child and they haven't the attention span for it and they really need to know it, make it interesting for them. Don't give them some pill. Work it out. If they're depressed or whatever, help them. Don't give them a pill. Work it out. This profit-made solution to things people have had to deal with forever is not the answer. It's just profit for these shameless turds. Hey, $5 trillion tax hike coming next year. Give me the gas. Tax cuts expire, new taxes on investment income, estate and gift taxes, income taxes, marriage penalty returns, child credit drop, taxes on the first $8,700 of wages increases by 50%, payroll taxes go from 4.2% to 6.2%, and on and on and on and on. Is it just me, or are you just as sick of these turds taking more and more of our money, putting it in their buddies and their pockets, figuring out new ways to take more of our money, and then, without ever asking, taking it and looking at us as though we're not giving enough? And that they're doing it in our best interest. Give me the gas. Genocide endorsing climate alarmists calls for global tax on carbon emission. What? This is their solution for everything. If it's not a pill, it's a tax. But you can always be sure that somebody's pocket's gonna get really fat off of it. Give me the gas. And it's not like these turds are going to use the money to build a machine that reverses this galactic, it's been happening on other planets by the way, event. They're gonna do the same thing that these same old turds do with their climate change events. They're gonna pamper themselves with private jets and limos, burning up all these fossil fuels that they're talking about being evil. Is crackheads complaining about crackheads and charging people for being crackheads, all the while they themselves are the kingpin crackheads.
Yes, we can.
You don't hear these turds getting all up in arms about polluting the fresh water in the world because there's no money in it. Their bottled water sales will do just fine for now.
Yes, we can.
The Trayvon Martin case has got the mainstream media doing what they do best, pitting us against one another so we don't pay attention to all of the scheming and scamming that they and their friends are doing 24 hours a day, 7 days a week around here. And do you notice how we become such a society that prides ourselves on innocent until proven guilty, yet on the other hand at the same time we'll convict from our homes anyone else without even knowing the evidence. Hypocrisy at its finest. If this guy's guilty, do like they do to everyone else. Have a trial, present the evidence, convict or not. The fourth branch of the government has once again already tried and convicted this man for the public's pleasure with disinformation, fake reporting that's fueling the illusion of an American race war. What? In doing so, they got the Black Panthers calling for the capture of Zimmerman, dead or alive, with a $10,000 bounty on his head, talking about how he is a racist and that this was a racist murder, all the while saying crack of this and crack of that. Come on, man. Hypocrisy at its finest. And it's back to the crackheads calling crackheads crackheads. Don't take the race bait, people. We cannot blame an entire race for the actions of a few, no more than we can blame an entire family for the actions of one of their own, an entire country for the actions of its leader. Bad people do not have a race or a country or a flag. They come in many colors, shapes, and sizes, as do good people. But we will continue to fight each other, kill each other, rob each other, complain about each other, blame each other for everything that's happening under the sun as the kingpinners laugh and continue slicing the dice in the world around us, invoking hatred in us because it keeps all eyes off of them and what they are doing. Divide and conquer is in full effect, people. And we have to stop living in this illusion that they keep ramming down our throats and start paying attention to what they're really doing before it's too late. And if not, we were born into slavery, we'll die in slavery, because there is a war going on for your mind and they're not inviting you to participate. Just something to think about. I'm ChangeDaChannel and I'm out.
Give me the gas.